Hello, today we're making a little project, miniature cards. Now these are sized to fit inside this case here with room enough for the envelope, which has to be a little bit bigger than the card out of necessity, otherwise you don't get the card in the envelope. So I size these a bit small, knowing I need the extra room. And let's see, these are bit under 2 inches, an inch and screw it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter actually. Alright, so we'll tuck these aside and get started. Your card can be any size. What you want to do is you want to make an envelope to fit the card. So whatever size you choose on your card, measure corner to corner. It's about 2 1/4, and then add a 1/4 inch off each end, so that's a 1/2 inch actually total, so that's 2 3/4. So you take the paper of your choice, and actually I'm going to use this paper for the first one because I don't like this paper, and you're going to destroy the first one you cut because you're making a template. So I've got to cut from the bottom side on this one, so it's weird. I don't know how to take the black one off, so gotta cut down here. Maybe off screen. Sorry about that. So you're cutting at 2 3/4. That's length corner to corner, plus a 1/4 inch on each side. Alright, and then I take manila file folders and I whack them apart and I make templates out of them. So, see what we've got. Okay, that's just about perfect actually. There we go. And then right, tuck that away. This one, like I said, the first one is going to be destroyed, so you want pen and pencil. Alright, with your pen, line it up and trace corner to corner. Okay. Now, take your card and gonna want to get it roughly where you want it. You want the top to be slightly shorter than the bottom. So I'm kind of eyeballing it, and I'm just, there's the snuggest it can be. You want it slightly looser than that. So, I like to write what's what as I'm going along so I know. Anywho, paper piercing pad. You want to punch a hole in the middle. This is going to allow you to make a mark on your envelope so you know where to tuck your side flaps to. Right. Take these two, fold them in. Should be slightly off. Okay. So, right, and then when you put this on, you see you have a little bit on each side. You want to maintain that. So inch this up a little bit, fold it over. So it's going to give you right there. And then you want to maintain that, so scooch it down a bit, fold that over, And that leaves you roughly equal all the way around. So you're just kind of eyeballing it. It doesn't have to be perfect at this point. All right. There we go. Okay, now this lined up, tuck that in, give a punch right there. And down here, give a punch, make sure it's lined up first. There we go. All right, now I like to off to either side on the top, just so I can make a mark that will really be noticed, so I know which way's up. Alright, at this side. And this one is all full of holes, so this is toast. So I already have another one cut, because I already knew how big this would be. What you do, you line it up on your cut envelope, and this is where the pencil comes in. Make a little mark through all the holes. This is the middle. This is where the top folds down to. This is where the bottom folds up to. So, fold up. Fold down. Come on. There we go. Fold in to meet the middle. And again, the other way. Right, this gives you corners that you snip out. Now I snip slightly outside the lines. Maybe you can see it better on this side. So you can see I snip at a slight angle towards the center. So it's not a half square or even triangle I'm cutting out. What's that triangle called? I can't remember. It's been so long since high school. Okay. Alright, so that gives you slightly sloped nip outs. Now you're going to want to take your scissors and get the pointy bit here. Rotate. Just snicking off sharpest to the corner. Flip it over. Go back. Around again. This gives you kind of a rounded look without having to try and get a corner rounder in an awkward place. Okay. Alright, now I've got corner punches, but if you don't have one, you can round these the same way. Cut off the corner, side, side, and that gives you a roughly rounded edge. It's not perfect, but it will work. However, I have a corner rounder. I have two. One shallow, one deep. The deep one here, I'm going to use on the bottom, because we want a more blunted corner here when we fold it up. And then the shallow one will be on the top, because we want to eliminate a little bit of point, but still have more than the lower portion. And there we go. So just crease this and double check against our card, and that looks beautiful. That's perfect. Okay. Right now, erase those two marks. I don't bother with the bottom one because no one's going to see that. And then I've got the extra skinny 1/8 inch tape, double-sided tape. You don't have to use stuff this skinny. I just prefer it for eeny-weeny envelopes like this. Cut off 3 pieces, just over a 1/2 inch on 2 of them for this, and then just however long I feel like for the top. You know, half again the length, or half the length I should say, not half again. Can't talk today. Alright, and then I always use tweezers when I'm applying my tape. So 1, I can see what I'm doing, and 2, I don't ruin the sticking power of the tape with oils and dead skin cells and stuff like that. And now you have your envelope ready to go for your card, and you can make up a bunch of these and yeah, have them for Christmas gifts, you know, little envelopes. I'm actually doing a thing for a friend of mine. I'm in the computer lining up a double cell like this sideways and printing out she's written letters, and I've scanned them and shrunk them, copy and pasted them into the double cell, you know, this direction, so I can fold it over so it's a card like this that goes in little envelopes. And we're doing 12 of them for each of her granddaughters, so they can open one card a month all year long. Just perfect little cards. And it's just a fun treat from Grandma, and it's miniature, so how cool is that? Anyway, yeah. So as a bonus, here's a thing I like doing, just to suggest you don't have to do this. So this is a little blob of sealing wax. So when you do use these and seal them, consider writing the name on the back on the outside, and on the front a single drop of sealing wax. And you get yourself some of these metal stamps for stamping little metal discs, and pick your letter for your name. And here's R, and you just over and down like that into the single drop of sealing wax, and it makes a fun miniature stamp seal. So you can do that on your letters. Imagine this on one of these little tiny letters. How fun would that be? Anyway, hope you like this project. Hope you will give it a try. Here's one with a full-size seal on it. And here are these ready to go. And yeah, you can do this in any color you want, and decorate the cards any way you want. I mean, you don't have to print out an image on them. You can, you know, distress them and get some beautiful miniature cards, and it's just a one of a kind little personalized thing that you can make as intricate or as simple as you want. Anyway, hope you like it, and have a nice night all.